Hello, crafty friends. I'm testing to see if I can figure out this whole live thing. Uh, Let me know. Hold on. I'm just here with all my settings. Okay, white is backstage only, but I'm gonna give this a try. Hi, can you hear me? I'm not sure if you can hear me at this point. I'm kind of trying to figure it out. Okay, so let me go back. I think it's say, hmm, well, I don't know why it says that. I guess I'll have to fix that on the next try. Perfect. Glad you can hear me. So I decided, you know what? I need to try this live thing and see if I can figure it out. Um, I, if you don't know, I worked for a school district for nearly 30 years, and the majority of the time was as an admin assistant. How the last few years, I was actually charged with managing and updating the website for that school district. So you would think I would know technology inside out, backwards or forward. But since retirement, my brain just forgets things. I think I think I just want to be able to play and kind of think about the technical aspect of things. Okay, so are the letters fixed on your end? I can on mine it looks like they are, but I want to make sure on yours they I did one little switch. And hopefully that worked out. Another quick look see. Yeah. Okay. So let's get started. Let's just get started playing. So I pulled out this paper pad. You might know, you might not know, that I do an annual holiday card donation to a skilled nursing facility here in San Diego. And so I donate approximately between 400 to 500 cards, depending on how many residents they have. So typically, I check and see how many they have, and then I make a few extra. I make Christmas cards, I make Hanukkah cards, I make just plain winter themed cards because there are some people who don't celebrate the holidays. This paper card doesn't want to let go. So I kind of try and do that, and my reason for doing that. My reason for doing that is my dad had dementia, and in the last few months of his life, he was in a nursing facility. And when I would go visit him, I would see the visitor log and how utterly empty it was. And there were so many people there, and me, the log was bare compared to how many people were there. So I thought, what better way to honor my dad than to bring a little bit of joy to the people that are there that don't necessarily have family visiting them. Take all those out now. So I do that every year, and typically I work on cards year round. Year round. There are some months that I make more than others, so it kind of just depends on how crazy busy my life is. And with 4 adult children and 10 grandchildren, my life can be pretty crazy. Also, since the passing of my father-in-law last year, we've kind of had to step it up and help my mother-in-law with a a lot more than we did previously. And I don't mind doing that. I think it is as uh, children. I think it's our duty to take care of our parents. They cared for us, and now it's our turn. So I actually don't mind doing it. I'm fortunate that I still have my mom, and she is 89 years young, and my mother-in-law is 86. Yeah, just turned 86. So we're very blessed that they live within a 10-minute drive. I don't have to fly anywhere to see my mom or my sister or my brother for that matter. My older brother is maybe a 2-minute drive from me. And my sister is, she lives with my mom, so she's a 10-minute drive from me. See, and down. You know, these paper pads always have this like hole in the top, and sometimes I try and make it work and use the extra. Sometimes just not worth the hassle. Oh, hi! We have some more people here. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm excited. I kind of have to figure out when I can do a live. My daughter and son-in-law and the kids live with us right now. They search for their next home. So in San Diego, that is no easy feat because house prices are absolutely insane here. I mean, if you want to get a fixer-upper, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, you're looking at $500,000. And that's a fixer-upper. That's not a ready-to-move-in house. So I thought I would use this sketch by Jess Crafts. Oh, I forgot to link it. I'll link it when we're done in the description box to her website. She has a ton of card sketches using 6x6 paper, 12x12 paper, 8x8, you name it, she's got a sketch for it on there. And so I thought I would use this one. And as you can see, when she comes up with new sketches, I print them out, and I do this with all the card stitches I use. So I do this for Alicia's card stitches from Comic Crafty Gal, with Kendra's card stitches, and then I just kind of put them in a binder. And this binder is for just card sketches. See, I use my Cricut to add something on the spine so I know what I'm looking at. Oh, and happy tax day, everybody. I guess happy tax day. My taxes got mailed off on Saturday. So I'm done. I don't have to worry about that. And I will put that out of my mind until next year. Okay, so if I'm following, and I have to remember to look over to the chat. Um, oh, I'm just glad that I had a couple of you pop in. I think it's lovely. So let's get cutting on here. So it looks like this is cut down at 3 inches, and then the top piece is 3.5, and the bottom one is 2.5. So because I cut that little strip off with a hole in it, it's slightly less than 6, but I'm not super concerned with that. So I'll first cut these down to 3, kind of making sure if I have directional paper. Great. Oh, although, yeah, that's the right way. Um, what's the weather like where everybody's at? I'm in San Diego, so typically it's sunny. It's just how we have our weather. And guys, is everybody done with the taxes? I'm so good about, well, I used to be so good about getting my taxes done early, but the last 2 years, 3, I've waited till the deadline. Probably because I had to pay, but I've waited. cards I can get using this. And then I have one of the sheets with cut aparts, so I'll probably use some of those cut aparts. But for the ones that you can't use the cut aparts for, I'm probably going to bring in one of the many holiday stamps I have and stamp some. Oh, good. You have some sunshine, Deb. That's good to hear. Bye, Pam. Thanks for being here. And, I used to be able to multitask so well when I was working. I could be on the phone, checking emails, typing up a memo all at the same time, no problem. Now not so much. See, I forgot. I started it the other way. All right, so this one's going to be 3.5. I'll have a pile of 3.5 to 2.5 pieces, and then we'll assemble all of the cards. I should have probably cut this stuff so you didn't have to sit through all this cutting, but I'm not sure how long I'll be live. Depends on when I hear my daughter and my grandkids arrive back home. Because the 3-year-old loves to help grandma in the bathroom. You may have seen his little hands pop up on some of my videos. I think I left his voice on the videos where he's saying, no, don't do a video, don't do a card. That's grandma's attention. And when he wants my attention, he does not want to wait, which is fine. I love all my grandchildren. They're all amazing. My kid is 17 and driving, has a job, graduating high school this year. And my youngest is all of 7 months old. She is cute. Sorry it's overcast. I'm trying every few seconds or so to kind of glance over to my laptop and see what you all are chatting about. I have another question for you guys. I don't know, I'm not sure if the thumbnail shows up. I'm still playing with a live feature. But that's a picture of me from, it was 2016, so it's an old. And I keep telling my husband, I think I need to get a new picture to put as um, to include on my thumbnails because in that picture I was still coloring my hair because I've had gray hair as long as I can remember. I mean, I was 18 and I mean, not a full head of gray hair, but I was 18 and had lots of gray hair. So um, once I turned 55 and retired, I told my husband, I'm done coloring my hair. I am done with the gray shine. And so that's what I'm doing. And so I have kind of more gray than not. And I'm fine. I'm okay with that. My dad, as long as I could remember, he had full head of gray hair. He was a redhead, and I had reddish hair when I was younger. And I guess redheads gray younger, which cool. Fine with me. I don't mind at all. But see here, you can kind of pair them up and see how we want them. Now, should I do a matte layer or not? What do you think? You know, kind of about it. Um, Mm, let's see. I have this nice dark blue paper from Michael's, and I think they go well. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to do a new picture, so you can. I mean, I'm okay with my full head and braces. I think I could stop coloring my hair before without getting helpful comments from people at work. I probably would. Try. Let's try. In any case, am I scrolling a lot as I talk? I think I am. So many ideas pop into my head. So this one is three. This? Three and Jess does have all these dimensions on her card sketch. So you'll see here it's a 3 by 3.5 pattern paper, and then that is 3 1/4 by 3 quarters. And then on this one, this is a 3 by 2.5, and then that is a 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. So she does a really good job of kind of laying out if you want to do that. And we don't want to keep everybody on too. So let's just make a few, and then I'll smash the rest off camera probably. So 2 3/4. So anyway, I'm working on getting a new headshot just so it reflects what I really look like now. And guys, I always have my card bases pre-made, and I go through the white ones like crazy. I have a bunch of gray ones here. Should I use the gray ones? You think for these Christmas cards? Let's see what it looks like. Mm, I don't know. That, I don't know. I need to be on the white. What do you think? Gray card base or white card base? Or no, not the black. Gray or white? Let me know. And we'll go from there. Let me take this together there. And I told my husband, I've got to start doing lives. I have to try this. I'm watching all my crafty friends do it. And I have fun when I join in on another live stream like I did with Lynn of LB Handcrafted. And I did one with Alicia of Crafty Tom. So I really did have a lot of fun with those. So I'm not sure. Gray, 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 gray. Okay, see, that's why I asked for your opinions. This is sometimes I have a hard time deciding. I mean, I could do half on gray, half on white. And then, of course, making sure our base is in the right direction. And then done that. I do it all the time. I don't check and I put it on upside That does look pretty. And really, I could have kept these. I turn them out more carefully for the oh, well, next time. And what do you think? Matte layer or no matte layer? Let's try one. And I'm just gonna lay it out there. See what it looks like without a matte layer. For the blue matte cardstock or the no matte? Oh, thank you. Okay, I know it's delayed, so I'll get to catch up. Like the matte, me too. Me too. I do. It's a little more time consuming to do, but it's worth it. And I have to remember, I want these cards to go to these people, and I want them to look at them. I want them to um, feel as though they were made, each of them individually. And I do. I think about them. There used to be this one lady. She broke my heart. We would go and she would be, because it was a secured facility, because a lot of dementia patients wander. And so you had to bug for this whole. But anyway, every time I went, she was at the door trying to get out. All dressed up, her makeup all done. Go, I have to go. I'm like, oh, in her mind, she was getting ready for work. My heart. And she just wants to get to work. So I think about her, and I think about the many other residents of the facility. Check them. So that's when I make these cards, I think about them and remember, okay, this is to bring a smile to their face. I have to invest forward and give them something that will make them smile, at least for that one day. Right? And I also do because I want to make my dad proud. Okay. Whoop. So let me cut a bunch of matte layers so I'm not sitting here just going one at a time. So we're gonna cut three. I won't trash these. I keep these little pieces because I know I could use them for die cutting or so many other reasons. So oh, do you guys make cards for donation? I often wonder. I know the card making community is so kind and so generous, and everybody is so giving. So I'm a resource. I just, you know, when I started my YouTube channel, it was really to keep my mind occupied. At that time, it was right as the pandemic hit, and there was talk, or actually notified the supervisors in our school that we were going to be laid off. And so I thought, oh, what am I going to do? I only had another 2 years, 2.5 years before I was eligible for retirement. I was just a nervous wreck. I thought, what am I going to do with myself? With my time. I mean, clearly I was going to look for another job. Um, but I also knew that I needed to do something with my time in the meantime, for income of finding a job. And so that's I started my YouTube channel and fortunately I did not get laid off and I was able to retire with full benefits. Full district. Um, oh, Dad, you can donate your card so many places. Skilled nursing facilities, hospitals, schools. Jess Crafts also has on her website. She has a list of places you can donate. Also has some really neat like jokes to put in kid cards or adult cards for that matter. So head on over. Let's see if I can get up going. There you go. That's a link to her website. And she has a lot of nice resources in there. So take a look. Let's go and take a look. But man, there's so many places. I know um, last year I did a mass donation cards. I did to Cubs for cards. I also donated to scrapbook.com, have a donation website on their website where you can donate. So I donated almost all of my cards to the point where my kids came in and said, Mom, I need a birthday card. And I said, well, good luck. I got rid of all of them. I donated them. You want one? I can make you one, but you have to wait just a minute. And they did. They were patient. Even some of them will say, well, just show me how to use your stuff and I can make it. And I tell them, that's my grandkids. They know how to use my stuff. They come in here and use it all the time. All right. Let's see if there's one in a minute. I want to start putting some more cards together. Take care of what I'm doing. So this, you don't necessarily have to use the reverse side, of course. I can kind of mix and match. And that. And this is what I do sometimes when I'm mass producing cards. I kind of put together the different pieces I'm going to use. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining. I'm practicing. I finally got the nerve up and figured out how to get I use my phone for recording. That's it connected all together and figuring it out a little bit at a time. But I'm doing it. Um, so when I'm doing mass production of cards, I kind of put all my pieces and match them so I know which two pieces are going to go together. And that's just kind of how I do it. I think it helps me to stay organized and to thanks, Lynn, and to and look at me, I'm looking over at the chat every few seconds. I don't know how you do it, Lynn. I don't know how you do it to keep when we're have a group of us on there and you're still keeping up with the chat and all the fun stuff. You are an inspiration, my friend. Ooh, look at that. That's a bokeh effect on that paper. So here is the way my Fuji brain works. I am bit of a, I don't know. I don't know if you want to call it a type A personality. I'm just not sure. But I, and you tell me, Lynn, I love spreadsheets. Lynn knows I love spreadsheets almost as much as Lynn loves spreadsheets. So that organization factor, I don't know, does that make me a type A personality? It's always been the way I am. I think maybe because of what I did for a living, I kind of had to be that organized. I had to make sure that all our appointments and all our meetings for the school district were lined up. Should have been. So I think that's just how my brain works. Excuse me. Let's see if I have larger pieces and small. I can start to map my layers. Now, excuse me. Hmm. Um, Sometimes I use my fairly art glue. I'm still toying with the idea of getting that precision glue gun. I don't know. I had the surgery on my hand this last June, and I still don't have the strength in my hand. And so I don't know, is it easier for me to just use it this way, or will it be easier to use the trigger on the glue gun? Yeah. I don't know. I gotta think about it. I guess using the trigger on the glue gun would be no more difficult than using the trigger on the HG, right? Mm, how long have we been on? How long? Oh, about half an hour. I know. Daughter and the babies will be here soon. I'm gonna go. I know you love your spreadsheets, Lynn. So do I. I mean, I was a spreadsheet queen at work. I had a spreadsheet for everything. I had appointments planned out on our Google calendars. I had, you name it. I did it. I was just, and what's funny is, um, I would always get the phone calls from the school site admin assistant, and they'd be stuck on something, and be like, "Yvette, how do you do this? Can you figure it out?" Sure enough, figured it out. He said, I'm a GATE student, and here, at least in the district where I worked, and actually that's where I went to school in elementary school. Um, GATE is GATE, Gifted and Talented Education. So that's where they test the kids' IQ, and if you have an IQ at a certain point, they put you in that program. And it's supposed to be that they give you um, more challenging work, but the way I remember it is I just got more of the same. It wasn't more challenging. Didn't really as a child I didn't go because it wasn't more challenging. It did not challenge me in any way, shape, or form. They just gave me more um, worksheets to do. And because they were so easy and then there. But anyway, um, GATE students, at least so the belief is, I guess in the district I used to work in, think outside the box and are very have great attention to detail. So I guess that carried forward my life with a lot of what I did. And see how many I can get done in the next 10 minutes. So I don't want to keep you on here too long. And I know we're gonna be here in a minute. And you just hear 3-year-old saying, "Grandma, what are you doing?" And he has no qualms about just climbing up on my lap and getting right into my stuff. He just sometimes last year my husband and I went away for a little vacation. We went to the mountains. We were gone for about a week. And I came back and I knew we had been in a craft trip. I was missing my one of my tapes. I was missing a glue bottle. I was missing papers. He had just gotten into it, and I knew where to look. I went to his playroom, and sure enough, there was my stuff. A few more than that. A few more. So I think all my grandkids like to craft. For example, on a girls' day out with my 3 older granddaughters last year, but they'll say, "Grandma, can we just have a girls' day like we used to before the littles?" They call all the younger grandkids the littles. So it's 3 sets. I have the bigs, which are the teenagers, the littles, which are kind of like the 10 to 7-year-olds, the minis, which are the 3 to 7-month-olds. So they'll say, "Grandma, can we have a girls' day, just the bigs, none of the littles or minis?" And I told them, "Okay." So we did. We went and had a nice girls' day out, and we went to breakfast. We went did some shopping, and then I asked them, "Guys, what else do you want to do?" And they said, "Grandma, can we go to the craft store and get something to work on together?" And so we did, and we got. It was right before Halloween. We got a bunch of these. They were plain. I bought us some paints so I could have some neon paints. I'm sure you love that. See, I have neon on here. And so we did that. We got a bunch of these. One was a skull, one was a dog skull, and then this one for the other little hueco. And so we got those and just came back home and sat and painted and chatted, and they had a blast. They just having, I think they love being creative and they love having that time with grandma. And I gotta tell you, the best feeling in the world, best feeling in the world is when your grandchildren tell you, "Grandma, you are the best grandma ever, and we love you." That just melts my heart. Oh, good. Thanks for watching. What are you having for lunch? Should probably have lunch soon. I don't eat uh, at a regular schedule. I end up with a migraine. And I know that about myself, and it's been like that. I've had migraines since I can remember. They were diagnosed when I was 10 years old, so I've had them forever. So I know what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat. I'm just going to put together what I have left of these mat layers and put together some cards because I only have 5 minutes. So here, and okay, let's get going. I like to challenge myself. I have a time limit on things. Kind of I put myself. I have fun with it. Mm. Oh, burritos. What kind of burritos? I should probably make some. I have some chorizo in the fridge, so I can have some chorizo burritos. I can have probably have machaca. Um, or I could do healthy, have a salad, chicken breast, but that wouldn't be fun. Bring them. I mean, do I stop at 45 minutes or do I keep going till I've been on an hour? Let me know. What do you think? Keep going? Oh my. I think I'll hear, did I hear a door? I can hear my daughter's car when she gets here. If it's a hybrid car, and I tell her it sounds like a spaceship when she's pulling up. It has that like a little, and usually the neighbor's dog starts barking. He's my alarm when there's a delivery, Amazon guy or FedEx. He just starts barking like crazy. Beef and bean burritos. Mm-hmm. Hi, Rosie. All right, we'll keep going. Hopefully they don't get here. And we'll cut off at the hour mark. Okay, how's that? Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you being here and you being patient with me. It's a bit of a learning curve. Ooh, and I was kind of nervous to do this. I mean, like I said, I've seen my crafty friends do it, and they're just so calm and collected, and they're just having so much fun. I don't know, am I that much fun? Whoops. I don't know. I guess I mean, my grandkids think I'm best. They think I'm the best grandma in the world. Look, not counting. Managed to get an even number, so that's my cue. Stop there and start to assemble. I'll finish the rest. Whatever I don't finish within our 1 hour live stream here, I'll finish off camera and I'll post the show. It will truly be a smashed um, paper pack. For such a reach. I have everything just thrown all over the place here in the craft room. It kind of doubles as a workspace for my husband now. A lot of my drafting to do here. Got rid of my stamp a bit. That's it. He did good. And I am so lucky. We were married very young. I got married 3 days before I turned 18. And I remember people saying, "You're not going to make it. You're too young. I'll be divorced in a year." And still going strong. My mom comes to me and says, it's just because you're so stubborn and you wanted to be able to tell people that they were wrong. And I told you so. So, well, that might be part of it. But the other part is not to say that he was young. He was very young. I was almost 18. He was 3 years older than me. And so we kind of grew up together. We had to learn about life together. And we did. And we have 4 wonderful children and wonderful grandchildren. And we are so blessed. And of course, my big friends. All right, let's refill this. All right, let's see. Hi, Sarah, how are you? Thanks for joining, friends. Food here. Now, I love using card sketches, guys. I absolutely love it. I don't have to do any thinking. I can just cut my paper, and the majority of my thinking is just deciding which paper to use um, with the pattern paper. That's the majority of my decisions. And when you have a paper pad like this, the paper is all coordinated, so it's super easy. And since I am making lots and lots of cards for the holidays, this makes it so much easier. How are you doing on time, guys? I can do this. Oh, I know, taking a break from work. I have to remind myself now, since I'm retired and I'm home now, when I'm in my classroom, I have to remind myself, hey, take a break, stand up, move around, get some food. For example, today I've been in here since um, about 9 o'clock this morning, and um, no, take it back. No, that's right. It's about 9 o'clock, and I forget to stop, get up, and move around. Well, I typically have an alarm set on my phone. For example, right now I was sitting in a chair. Got up out of the chair. Thinking about it. Get up. Get up and move. So, but I typically have an alarm set, at least to remind me to get up and grab something to eat. I'll forget, and my reminder will be horrible migraine. And that's migraines are not my friend. Now, I have lots and lots and lots of pattern paper. Um, And I'm trying to be good about, well, I've been good about not buying more pattern paper. But being on a couple of design teams, I get pattern paper. And so my stash keeps growing. But I don't mind. This gives me the opportunity to play. Just some of my papers, make some cards. I don't know if I mentioned in a live stream I was on with Lynn or just in the chat. I don't know. But I was planning on doing an album, a mini album for each of my grandkids for Christmas. And like I said, I've got 10 grandkids. So that's 10 mini albums I have to have done, I would say, by the middle of December so I can get them all wrapped and ready. Ask me how many I have. I have 2 of the covers done. I mean, the foundation for the mini albums, but none of the pages. So I got to work on this. Probably um, work on those when I'm covering surgery. Uh, minutes. See, Lynn, now I can see why sometimes it takes you a bit to get a card done. You're busy monitoring the chat. Now I'm not doing a great job of doing that. All right, got those done. So 17. I have 17 done there. And I still have another few to make. And I'll make those off camera. Get those matted and assembled. But as I was saying, I could um, use just some of these cut apart. We have here. See that one right there. So you have the white contrast. And then I could pop it up. I could mat it. Um, trim this one down a bit. Just so you can kind of see what it would be like when I add all of the cut apart versus the stamp sentiments that I'll add later. Hi, Alyssa. Welcome. And then I can add this section here. And then this card will pretty much be complete. What do you think? Like it? Then on the inside, I'll probably put white cardstock in there. I mean, you can write on the gray just fine, but I think it kind of needs that definition there. Let me show you. How we doing? 5 more minutes. So what I can do is I'm going to cut some of this blue cardstock at 4 by 5 1/4. Then grab some white cardstock. There we go. And I'll trim that down to 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to show you what the plan is. We'll complete these. And then I do want to make sure I add a sentiment to the inside. Because last year when I made all my cards, I made them and they were beautifully decorated, beautifully completed, other than the inside, or adding my stamps to the back. So in December, at the last minute, doesn't that just kind of make it pop on? Oh yeah, it's a Jess Crafts sketch. Let me show you which one. It is One Sheet Wonder template number 2. I just and let me put that link back in there. So I think this will be then once I have that, and I'll stamp the sentiment on the inside, and then I have my little stamp on here. Simply, it says "Handmade with Love" by Yvette Colette. So I stamped that on the back of my card. So I just have to add the sentiment to the inside. And this, my stamp, I just leave on my block, so I have it ready to go. Stamping, so when I'm going to flip all these over and stamp. So, did you guys have fun with this? I had fun with this. I loved it. I think I'm gonna kind of try and figure out a schedule. I'll just kind of work with my daughter on what day would work best for her. She works from home and she works in the afternoons, but in the mornings, she usually takes the kids like to the park, to the beach, um, to different attractions here in San Diego, like to the Living Coast, which is um, it has a lot of wildlife there. So yeah, I'm glad you guys suggested the gray. I typically go with white, but the gray really did make me pop. I like it. But in any case, I'm gonna try and work with my daughter, see what day would work best so that I can have a little bit of quiet time here so I can do lives. I'm gonna try and do at least 2 every month. I don't guarantee doing 1 a week, but I'm gonna shoot for the 1 a week at some point. But I want to thank you all for joining me, friends. I had a blast. I will finish these off camera, all of these, and I'll post a picture on my Facebook, on my Instagram. I'll probably post a picture on my YouTube community page too, so you can see that I did, in fact, smash this Winter Magic paper pad. Thanks, friends, for sticking around. Thanks for joining me. I had so much fun. A little nervous at the beginning, but once I got into card making, the nerves kind of subsided. So I appreciate you all so very much. Have a great day. Bye.